What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and today I've got another Best Budget Tech episode where we take a look at some great products for students in many categories. You don't exactly have to be a student to appeal to these products, but I've definitely kept budget in mind, and at the same time, I've also found products that serve multiple purposes, but are also a good overall value. And as always, all the products are gonna be linked down below, and I'm also gonna be giving away quite a few items from this video. So to win, just make sure you go ahead and drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below with your favorite item as well as your Instagram username, and I'll be contacting you directly on Instagram in 1 month. I also want to give a huge thanks to OnePlus for sponsoring a portion of this video. So when it comes to your desk setup at home, I'm always interested in checking out new keyboards out there, and we've checked out the best options on the market as well as some budget options from Gadget. I was looking for the cheapest mechanical keyboard for this video, and these are both 60% options, which I feel like is great for any desk setup because it doesn't take up that much space at all, and you can move it around anytime. This comes in at a price point of just about $30, and it comes in a few different colors. I feel like the white one looks a lot better, but the gray one doesn't look too bad either. It just depends on your personal preference. But it is a mechanical keyboard. It features a 61 key setup as well as a backlight, which is great for this price, and you can actually have it set between 19 different effects. What I like about it is that it is just a very contained shape. I do use a number pad keyboard quite often because I broke all the other ones I had from like spilling water on them, but personally I like it when a keyboard takes up as little space as possible because my desk is by no means organized. In terms of the typing experience, I would say that it delivers a good entry-level mechanical experience. The spacebar does sound really cheap and rattly, but other than that, the keys have a good amount of travel and a nice clickiness to it with that audible effect as well. There are a ton of options in this price range, surprisingly, so you go ahead and check out your different preferences, but I do like that it has a lot of great features, including a beautiful design, a nice mechanical feel aside from that spacebar, and it also has a backlight. So one of the most useful and popular accessories lately, especially with all of the travel around the world, seems to be the Apple AirTag. And you can go ahead and purchase a set of 4 for, I believe, either $80 or $100. And personally, I have a set of 4 and they're on my keychains, but I've since added them to my luggage as well. There are a ton of accessories out there, and the ones from Apple are quite expensive. So this is one that I found for under $20, and it has genuine leather. It also has 4 slots for cards, RFID blocking technology if that is important to you, but most importantly, it is just pretty well put together for its price point. I like how it has all these different compartments. You can also sneak some cash in here. You have your ID on the front that is easily accessible if you ever have to take it out. But the Apple AirTag just slots right here, and it has a button as well, so you have to ensure that that Apple AirTag stays in place nicely. For someone who loses their wallet all the time but doesn't lose their smartphone, I feel like I should have an AirTag on everything. So in addition to my keys, my backpack, and all that kind of stuff, having it in a wallet is really handy, and I just like how minimal it is. Because you have to add your cards and everything, and with the thickness of the Apple AirTag with all of that tech underneath it, it is important that the wallet itself doesn't add too much additional thickness because then it gets in the way. It's available in blue or black, but personally I think the blue one looks the best. So this next product right here is the lowest price item in this episode, coming in at a price of just $8. And it is a very basic computer mouse that is also very slim and easy to just throw in your bag. And if you're someone who doesn't like to use a trackpad, or maybe you spent a little bit less money on a computer and it didn't come with a great trackpad, but the computer itself is pretty decent, then this is definitely a scenario where a mouse can increase your productivity significantly without spending too much money. My favorite portable mouse is the MX Anywhere 3S, as well as the Razer Orochi, but that comes in at a price point of, I believe, $60, and the MX one I think comes in at a price of $90 to $100. And I feel like for a portable mouse, you don't really have to spend that money because having one in general is gonna get the job done. So at the price of $8, you can see the design is extremely minimal. It is just a matte black plastic finish that isn't extremely high quality or anything, but it does go up to 1600 DPI. It has a soft scroll wheel right here, but most importantly, it is fully wireless. It actually includes a USB transceiver for 2.4 gigahertz connection that is in here. So whenever you go between like classes or switching between computers, you don't have to worry about losing the receiver because you can just pop it in there. And even though Bluetooth is great to not take up a port on the computer, I personally don't really like using Bluetooth because I find that I get a pretty unreliable connection even with the best mouse out there. The only thing that I would have liked to have seen is maybe USB Type-C instead of USB Type-A for the receiver. So we've checked out quite a few laptop cases on the channel, especially in the budget tech series. But if you want a really padded bag that is able to carry every single thing that you need to class, then this right here from Cogzen is one that you can find for under $30 and is available in 13 to 16 inch options. The inside is very nicely padded and insulated to keep your device safe. And in this case, I have the 13-inch one, and with a Lenovo computer, you can just go ahead and slide it in here, zip it up, and I do feel like the zipper and everything is very high quality, and I really like the fabric finish because this will stay durable for a long period of time and years to come. The other compartments are in the front here, so you're able to have, say, your wallet, for example, or some stationary accessories that you just throw in there. And you also have another pocket on the side here that allows you to have a bit more storage. And even though it looks a little bit funny, there is also a kind of a strap right here. So if you want to be able to grab it from there, then there you go. But this is overall a really good, well-rounded laptop case for any student out there because it's all you need to head to class. So if you're a student, one of the most important aspects of tech that you're going to look for is a smartphone. And I want to give a huge thanks to OnePlus for sponsoring this video. Finding a smartphone that is not only good, but also at a price point where you're getting a really good bang for buck is important. And this right here is the brand new OnePlus 10T flagship smartphone with 5G. I was recently at New York for the launch event, and it was really cool to see all of the technology that has gone into this device while also coming in at a price point that I feel like still delivers a ton of value. Not only is it very well built and designed with this new glass texture, but at the same time you have a triple 50 megapixel camera setup on the back here, and from my testing, it delivers great results, even in low light. From a power standpoint, it also features Snapdragon's next generation Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor, which also delivers impressive graphics, but in addition to that, there's also cooling technologies implemented where if you plan to do heavy gaming on the new OnePlus phone and utilizing all of that power, the device still stays relatively cool. It also features a 6.7-inch display with a 120 Hz of variable refresh rate, and the display itself looks really good. The colors are very accurate and also vibrant, and I found OnePlus always has a very good calibration level when it comes to giving you a good experience that not only looks pleasant, but isn't over the top when it comes to pushing the colors. For anyone who is always on the go though, say you want to get a midday charge or you forgot to charge your smartphone the day before, this new OnePlus 10T features the 125-watt Super VOOC Endurance Edition wired charging, which can charge your phone from 1 to 100% in just 20 minutes. The device also has a 360-degree antenna system so that users will have much stronger Wi-Fi and signal connectivity in 5G. And so if you're someone who's out and about, or you're in the city or at school, then you're always able to ensure that you're getting the best connection to that network possible. If you guys want to go and check it out for yourself, the pre-orders are live and will be available until September 28th. And during this time, you'll get a free case or an 80-watt charger with the purchase of a 256GB variant with 16 gigs of RAM. So if you guys want to check it out, I'm going to be dropping a link to that down below. So if you're looking for a great pair of wireless earbuds, now is the best time because there are so many great options on the market to choose from in all different price points. But if you're looking to find something that is just $35, the best one I can recommend is from Anker and their SoundCore lineup. We reviewed these in the past and have seen the progression of the different generations of both their Bluetooth wireless speakers as well as their earbuds and headphones, and they've been impressive each time, especially at the price point and the offerings that they have in them. These feature triple layer 10mm drivers and have a silicone ear tip that gives you a nice customized fit, and it's extremely comfortable, and it's also 10% lighter than a traditional truly wireless earbud, so it's able to fit in your ear and feel great for many hours at a given time while delivering you pretty good sound quality for the price point. What is great about this is that you can actually connect it to the SoundCore app and control between different characteristics of both the SoundCore signature, bass booster, or the podcast mode that enhances audio of voices. There's also AI enhanced calls, but this is a pretty basic model to go ahead and pick from. It is a small case, the earbud itself is really minimal, and it delivers good sound quality, but it doesn't have all of those features that you might expect out of one at a higher price point, and that is totally fine. So yeah, if you're looking for something under 40 bucks, this is the best recommendation that I have. One of the most important accessories to have with you each day though is a backup battery. I seem to drain my phone by like 4 o'clock each day and have to charge it up. And so whenever I travel or whether I was a student, it was important to have a portable battery like this, especially if you're in for a long day. This right here is one from Iniu, and it's a 10,000 milliamp hour backup battery that has a few different options. You have USB Type A and you also have USB Type C. And although I would have liked to have seen 2 Type C ports and 1 Type A port, what I like about this is that it's able to charge and also deliver power via the USB Type C port. The way I came across this is when I was going on a trip, I just needed a backup battery that was extremely portable, and I realized all the other options I had may have charged with USB Type C, but weren't able to output in USB Type C. And with all the recent iPhones coming with USB Type C to Lightning cables, I needed one that worked, and this has been a very reliable one. It is a bit weird because it has like the paws on the front that display the battery indicator, but it also has a flashlight built in on the end. I don't know how useful that is for you guys out there, but I just like how portable it is, and 10,000 milliamp hours is able to last multiple charges at a given time, so you don't have to worry about recharging the backup battery every single day. The best part is that it comes in at a price point of just about $35, which is much more affordable than some of the other options that I checked out. And I would recommend, if you're buying a backup battery, unless you really want an extremely portable option, to go ahead and buy a 10,000 milliamp hour one, because 10,000 milliamp hours doesn't mean it's going to charge your phone multiple times with that 10,000 milliamp hours, because it does lose the charge during that charging process, as we have tested in previous years. So out of this, I usually expect just about 2 full charges on my iPhone 13 Pro. Another SoundCore product that also comes in under $40 is a SoundCore Mini 3 portable Bluetooth speaker. You can see the size of this. It's great for students to just be able to throw it in your backpack and bring around with you. And I always like it when a Bluetooth speaker has a strap or a loop to be able to chain it to the side of your bag, or just make it a lot easier to carry around. The design of this is fully cylindrical. You can see it's got a high quality metal construction on the top and a nice soft touch plastic finish around the outside, and all of your controls are found on the front. When it comes to the volume control, the different sound mode, and also the power button, it is just all laid out there, and it also charges via USB Type C, which is something that I found was missing on a lot of Bluetooth speakers that came in at an affordable price point. Micro USB was still a very common trend. Being able to connect to the SoundCore app means you're able to go in there and change the sound characteristics to increase the bass, maybe play with the EQ as well, and you can actually link up to 100 of these SoundCore speakers. So if your friends have the same one as well, you can kind of set it up in a party or stereo mode. The battery life is up to 15 hours on a given charge, and it also has an IPX7 water and dust resistant rating, so it is super durable. So if this thing gets tossed around or you like knock it into the pool by accident, it's gonna be totally fine. So whether you need a charging station for your dorm room or you want one to bring around with you when you're in the library and just want to always be able to charge all of your devices and have a place to plug, then this right here is an accessory that comes in at a price of $30, and it also has a long enough cord where you can plug it in and have it set up in a certain area. You can also actually mount it on the wall if you want a more permanent setup, but it features 4 outlets in total as well as 3 USB Type A ports. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't really have too much to say about it, but I would have liked to have seen USB Type C ports. But if you still have the old cables or you have like an adapter for maybe a faster charger, then this is a very handy accessory to bring around with you everywhere. And there's many types on the market that not only have an extendable cord, but there's also options where it just plugs straight into the wall and turns one outlet into 3 or 4. They're also pretty decently spaced out, so if you have different types of power bricks, you don't have to worry about one port getting blocked, and you can actually choose between a 5 or a 9.5 foot cable option. I feel like for the most part, 5 foot is perfectly fine, but if you really want to be able to extend the outlets, if there's not many in class and want to be able to share with people, then maybe a 9.5 foot cable option is a good choice. So if over-ear headphones are your thing, this right here is an Inferture H1 active noise cancellation headphone, and it features 40mm drivers, a pretty simple and minimalistic low-key design, and it comes in at a price point of $45. Just on the basis of looks, it is nothing special. It's super simple and it has like the small logo printed on the side here, but the build quality is really nothing to write home about. It does have a few creaks here and there, but generally speaking, it does feel pretty solid. It has like a good element of shape to it and can provide comfort for many hours of listening, and it does have a bit of adjustability as well, and you can fold them up and store them in the included bag, or just go ahead and throw them in your backpack. It charges via USB Type-C and gives you up to 40 hours of listening, and just 10 minutes of charging gives you 2 hours of listening. The bass is pretty decent for its price, and the sound quality I would say is good, but the big selling point here is for under $50, you get active noise cancellation. I would say the active noise cancellation is okay. It isn't like the most impressive out there, but it is definitely better than one that doesn't have that. So if you're in like a busy street, maybe you're on the bus and just want to be able to zone out and go with a pair of over-ear headphones, then this is definitely a good option out there. I also like a lot of the choices from SoundCore, but they do come in at a bit of a higher price point. So if you're really looking for the best value option that comes in under that $50, then this is one that I can recommend. On the topic of AirTags, these are a set of keychains that come in a pack of 4 at a price point of just about $12, which I think is a steal because it gets the job done. You have a very easy way to be able to link it and remove it from your keychain, but at the same time, it's able to house the AirTag effectively. And if you go ahead and look at the price of Apple's AirTag carriers for just the price of one, even if you have quite a bit of money to spend, I do still feel like it is overpriced. So having a set of 4 of these going along with your set of 4 Apple AirTags, maybe you share them with some friends as well, is super handy, and you can link this to virtually anything. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching this Best Tech episode for students. And as always, if you enjoyed it, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I tried my best to find the best value products in each category, but I'll see you all in the next video.